So hi guys, we are in part 2 of the video. The title of the video is importance of emotional intelligence, right? So yeah, I was speaking about emotional intelligence in the previous video, and let's just continue with our conversation, right? So the thing is that it is very important for you to understand, right, that you need to understand yourself, right? When a person is able to understand himself, right, or yeah, when a person is able to understand himself, he's able to put himself in the right job, he's able to put himself in the right career path, he's able to find the right partner for himself, he's able to put himself in the he is able to associate with the right type of friends, right? Now you can be an individual, you can be a person who is an employee, right, who is managing a bigger company, right? At every stage in life a person has to make decisions, right? And a person who is intelligent and a person who is at the same time emotionally intelligent, right, is able to encompass more factors, more dimension, and is able to give a much more quality decision, right, with respect to the right type of people, right? Suppose you are an individual, right? If you are able to cultivate your emotional intelligence, see, I'll tell you one thing. The one thing about intelligence is that it can be sharpened, right? Intelligence is different, emotional intelligence is different. You need intelligence, you need to work around with a different type of material, a different type of uh, uh, you need to work around with different types of, like sort of quantitative aspects, reasoning, right? Or mathematical aspects. You need to read more of maths, physics, science, and all those aspects which uses your intelligence and increases that capacity in you, that potency in you. When you have to build your emotional intelligence, you need to read much more about behavior, right? I would really suggest you to read about start seeing videos about Carl Jung, right? A very very some of his concepts are really high level, and it's difficult for a person who's just beginning to start with Carl Jung. But still, the more you see, the more you read his literature, right? If you are not able to make sense of his videos, I would really request you to start off with some of the literature are much more simplified, right? It makes sense, you can go with your own pace when it comes to literature. Videos are something which are little bit it can be intimidating, right? It can be too complex sometimes. So Carl Jung is something which I would if you would like to build your emotional intelligence, right? See, emotional intelligence helps you to live life in a much more better way, right? For you and for all the people around you, right? You are able to understand yourself, right? And you make the right choices and the right associations, and you select the right people, right? You can be a recruiter in a company, you can be selecting your friends, you can be you can be responding to your own family members. It's all about understanding yourself and understanding the others, right? Emotional intelligence works at a human level, right? People and the community and the society today have sort of like we have reached a very high level of intelligence aspect, right? When it comes to emotional intelligence, we are still here, right? We are sort of saturating. We have most efficient, we are moving towards electric things and all these things. We are continuously innovating, right? We are using one part or one side of our intelligence. We have totally sort of not even thought about emotional intelligence and all that. And the world needs to be a better place tomorrow, right? For the world to be a better place, I would really suggest, this is one of the intentions of you know making this video. The world, if the world has to be a better place, you need more people to be emotionally intelligent. To be emotionally intelligent, the leaders, right, the people, the institutions, the organizations, the companies, the establishments, the factories, all these people, the stakeholders, they need to initiate programs, they need to initiate training and development with respect to building emotional intelligence, right? So people are able to understand, right? If you read personality theory, or if you read about psychological aspects or behavioral aspects, you understand a lot, and you're able to relate that to your life, you're able to relate that to others, and you respond correctly, right? And what does this do? This builds a better, happier, safer, and more well connected society, community, team, right? Tomorrow the world is going to be very highly productive, very highly effective, right? If you want a person or an employee or an individual to be with you in a relation, to or to stay in your own company, right, you need to offer them emotional connect, right? There should be a bonding there should not it is not always about compensation, remuneration, right? That makes a person stay in a particular place or in a company. It's about how connected, how well bonded he is, right? It's about emotions, right? So if you want the people to stay, you would want your manager to be able to connect with the executives, right? You would, if you want the managers to stay, right, you would in a certain way want the employees to be well connected to the manager, right? This works both ways. It's not just that the manager has to have high level of emotional intelligence. If you want to retain the manager, the employees need to have emotional intelligence to connect with him, to bond with him, right? So that the manager stays. If the manager stays, he will make the employee stays. So you can see how the entire everyone is helping each other to stay connected, right? So the human connectivity, see the nature of intelligence, right? One of the natures of, see I was one of the nature of intelligence, just intelligence, is it uh, it sort of separates, dissects to understand something. Intelligence, highly intelligent people find it very very difficult to adjust, to coordinate, to cooperate with people. Just study about very very highly intelligent people. They would be someone who would be very very isolated. They would want, they have their own thoughts, they have their own world. Emotional intelligence on the other hand is very inclusive, right? In an emotionally intelligent person is, if you build that capacity within you, if you cultivate it within students, when they are students, when they are studying, or within your employees, this sort of connect, this, it's very connective, right? So you need a balance of intelligence to, because 70-80% of all the work is rational work, logical work. You need to have emotional intelligence to work well with people, because you are doing work, but it is all about the ultimate value, right, which is being delivered to people, right? So how can you miss out on just providing value without the emotional touch, right? So that is one of the main reasons that I was trying to highlight, which I was trying to bring out through the video, right? So I hope I was able to try to bring, I was able to make everyone understand that emotional intelligence is really really important for a sustainable world, right? And for every leader, for every manager, for every employee, for every person, I would like to say that please, a request would be that you should think about cultivating your emotional intelligence, right? And once you do that, the most important thing is that we all make decisions, right? It is not necessary that you learn emotional intelligence, you start you and you use it for business. Yes, you can use it for business, but emotional intelligence allows you to work well with people. And when I say people, and that people, those people could be your family, those people could be your friends, those people could be your partner, those people could be, it could be any person at any interaction at any moment in your life, and you will be able to have a much more deeper and more quality and more meaningful interaction or engagement with that person. This is the magic of emotional intelligence, right? It helps you to really magically work really well with, when it comes to people, right? And as the world is progressing towards that, I really wanted to share some of my insights and some of my perception and what I felt about it. So I really hope you like the video, and if you did like the video, please give a thumbs up, and I would really love to listen to what you have to say. And if there is anything that you would like to say, or please do comment, please share your feedback, your knowledge, and if there is anything you would like to connect with me, or you can leave a message down below. I will definitely respond to it, and hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you so much for seeing. Have a great day.